3 a.m. stories, true scary stories from Reddit, narrated. The smoke detector spelled his name in Morse code. In the dim light of the hallway, the smoke detector blinks ominously. It spells out a name. His name. But that's just the beginning. Let me back up. This guy lives alone. He's not paranoid. He doesn't check locks or believe in ghosts. But something changes 3 weeks ago when that smoke detector starts blinking differently. No longer a steady pulse, it blinks in clusters. 2 quick blinks, pause, 3 quick blinks, pause. 1 long blink. It's strange. It's rhythmic. He thinks it's a battery issue, nothing more. But that night, the blinking haunts him. The next evening, he watches it again. His mind, trained in Morse code from his amateur radio days, begins to decipher the pattern. And then it hits him. The smoke detector is spelling his name, 7 letters, repeated 3 times. Panic rises, but embarrassment follows. He tells himself it's just his brain looking for patterns, nothing more. But the next night, he does something different. He sets up his phone to record. From midnight to 6 a.m., he captures the blinking. The playback reveals something chilling. Midnight to 1:15 a.m., it repeats his name. 1:15 a.m. to 3:40 a.m., a cryptic message, "I can see you from here." And then, "You look different when you sleep." His heart races as he sits at the kitchen table, hands vibrating with fear. He removes the smoke detector, expecting answers. The battery is corroded, but as he puts it on the counter, the LED blinks once. 1 solitary blink. What does it mean? This device has no power, no connection, just 1 blink, and he stares, frozen, as dread fills the room. Who or what is watching him? What happens next? He needs to know, but dare he find out? What would you do? She found scratches on her baby bump. Terrifying. It happened in a heartbeat. She felt a searing pain on her back. When her husband checked, he gasped. Multiple scratches marred her skin. But the shock, it wasn't just her. Her baby bump bore the same marks. How could this happen? Let me back up. This all started at her husband's mom's house, a place steeped in eerie history. Years ago, his dad passed away, leaving behind unsettling memories. His sister, still haunted, once placed fake flowers in front of his picture. Time after time, those flowers ended up on the ground. The vases, not a single crack. And then, one chilling night, his dad's picture inexplicably moved. The family's frightful stories echoed through the halls. Fast forward to last December, she discovered she was pregnant. A day later, she went to that very house. Exhausted, she took a nap. When she awoke, she felt something was off. A large scratch marked her back. Just a fluke, she thought, but today was different. As she lay on the bed, her husband showering nearby, a burning sensation surged through her body. "Check my back," she urged. He examined her skin, panic in his eyes as he noticed the scratches. But when she turned toward the light, horror seized her. Her baby bump bore identical marks. She was confused. She wore a soft dress, biker shorts underneath. No way could her nails cause that. She had been with family all day, no scratches in sight. And this happened in mere moments. Panic set in. They discussed avoiding the house until it was blessed. But with vivid, unsettling dreams haunting her sleep, she wondered, what's really lurking in that house? Is it trying to send a message? Or worse, is it after her child? What does this all mean? What would you do? He saw a creature and then a mysterious statue. It was late night in Mexico when he saw it. A small white creature, about 30 to 40 centimeters tall, sprinting down the hillside. Running on 2 legs, its joints bending like a goat's. No tail, just pure terror. He froze, and then it vanished into the shadows. Let me back up. This is his neighborhood, a place he knows like the back of his hand. The hillside is familiar. He walks there often. But this creature, he never saw anything like it before. His heart raced. Rational thoughts flooded his mind. Was it a sick dog? A weird animal? Nothing fit. After a sleepless night, he decides to investigate further. He returns to the spot during daylight, determined to find answers. And then he stumbles upon it. A stone statue, standing silently among the brush. It's beautiful, but eerie. The thing is, just a few months ago, it wasn't there. He's sure of it. Confused, he inspects the statue, feeling a chill creep down his spine. What does it mean? Coincidence? Did someone place it there? Is it a forgotten relic of folklore he's never learned about? As he snaps a photo, tension lingers in the air. What connection does the creature have with the statue? Wait, it gets worse. What if it's more than just a statue? What if it holds a secret? Now he's left with more questions than answers. Has anyone seen creatures like this? Could this statue mean something darker? What's really hiding in the hillside? What would you do? They felt watched in the woods. But why? It was supposed to be a relaxing getaway, just a camping trip in George Washington National Forest. But when they arrived, everything changed. The campsite was full, so they settled for a dispersed site a couple of miles down the road. As they set up their tent, she felt an uneasy chill. A strange sensation tugged at her. Just nerves, she thought. But then, she found it. A small gravesite nearby, a glass cross, fresh flowers, and a message, "Merry Christmas." She shook it off. Just some old memorial, she reasoned, but unease lingered in her gut. Their rescue dog wouldn't settle. He stared into the darkening woods, trembling. Not a bark, not a growl, just a fixed gaze. Panic began to creep in as the sun dipped below the horizon. It was getting worse. Fear wrapped around them like a vine. She glanced at her husband. His hand rested on the weapon they'd brought. "Do you want to leave?" he whispered. Her body froze. A crushing dread filled the air. They hurriedly packed their belongings while their dog quaked at their feet. Not a sound echoed in the forest. No rustling leaves, no night creatures, only silence. Once inside the car, her husband confessed. He felt it too, the sensation of being watched. Even in daylight, it was the dog that made it real. Then he went silent. As they drove away, he suddenly gasped. "I saw something," he stammered. "4 eyes and a flesh-like shape moving in the woods." She felt her heart race. Did they escape just in time, or was something lurking in the darkness, waiting for them to return? What would you do? He saw someone in the photo that shouldn't be there. It's 6 p.m. at the med school. The hall is quiet. 3 juniors rush out of room 409. But wait, they shouldn't be alone. It's just past 5:45 when he checks in on them. They send a picture, smiling. Everything seems normal. Or is it? He steps out, expecting to see them. There they are, all 3 of them. But here's the twist. At 8:30 p.m., he gets a chilling message. One junior is terrified. They just noticed something in the photo. He instantly feels a chill. What could possibly be in that picture? He pulls it up, heart racing. The room looks fine, but the longer he stares, the more uneasy he feels. In the corner, is that a figure? It's wearing a scrub suit, a suit they haven't used yet. Panic grips him. He's skeptical. Maybe it's just a trick of the light. But what if it's not? The figure looks almost real, almost alive. And then, he notices something else. The figure stands right behind the juniors, almost blending in. How didn't they see it? He zooms in. It's blurry, but the face is unmistakable. A ghostly presence? Or a hallucination? But here's the thing. The photo was taken with his phone, the same one that captures every detail. He feels a knot of dread tightening in his stomach. Why is this happening? Could it be a prank? Or something worse? He can't shake the feeling. He's still a skeptic. But that picture? It's got him questioning everything. Who or what is that in the corner? And why didn't they notice? What would you do? He captured a shadow figure on camera, alone. It's a typical night for an experienced paranormal investigator. Alone on Old State Road in South Carolina, he feels a chill in the air. He's walking ahead of his team, camera in hand, excited to capture the supernatural. Little does he know, he's not alone. As he reviews the footage later, his heart races. Behind him, in the shadows, a human-shaped figure lurks. No one recalls being there. It sends shivers down his spine. Wait, it gets worse. Just moments before, he was chatting with his friend, Nicole. He's telling her about the infamous crossroads, where legends say demons wait for unsuspecting souls. He jokes, "I could sell my soul for 500 million views." Laughter fills the air. Nicole snaps a photo, capturing the moment, completely unaware of what's behind him. But there it is, a dark silhouette, cold and ominous. As he stares at the image, disbelief washes over him. What is this figure? Is it a trick of the light? or something far more sinister? He feels a knot in his stomach. His mind races with the implications. Did I just invite something dark into my life? The very road he thought was just a story becomes a chilling reality. The conversation about demons, a mere joke turned terrifying. And now, as he stares at that photo, he's left with one haunting question. What exactly followed him home? What would you do? A boy defied gravity. Police couldn't explain it. It all started when Latoya Ammons' family moved into a house in Gary, Indiana. Strange things began almost immediately. Large black flies swarmed the porch in December, despite the freezing cold. No matter how many they killed, the flies returned. And then, footsteps echoed in the dead of night. Latoya and her mother heard someone creeping up from the basement. But every time they checked, no one was there. They locked the door, but the footsteps continued. Ammons' mother even spotted a shadowy figure pacing in the living room. Wet footprints appeared where it had stood. Months passed, and the children's behavior grew alarming. They spoke in voices that didn't belong to them. Latoya's daughter claimed an invisible force held her down, choking her. The youngest boy? He sat alone in a closet, chatting with someone no one could see. On March 10th, 2012, things escalated. Latoya's mother witnessed her granddaughter levitating above her bed, unconscious. Friends were there, terrified. By April, desperation led Latoya to a doctor, Jeffrey Onyukwu. He later said, 20 years, and I've never heard anything like that. I was scared myself. But it gets worse. A caseworker, Valerie Washington, was assessing Latoya's 9-year-old son when he suddenly glided backward across the floor, up the wall, and onto the ceiling. Washington and nurse Willie Lee Walker ran from the room. That was crazy, Walker said, still in shock. Captain Charles Austin, a 36-year veteran, investigated and declared paranormal activity had occurred. A psychiatrist found Latoya of sound mind. The case was recorded in nearly 800 pages of official documentation. 3 exorcisms followed, performed by Reverend Michael Maginot. The family moved out, and the hauntings ceased. But was the house ever really free? Or did something sinister linger in the shadows? What would you do? She saw her grandma's spirit before she passed away. It was a moment of pure shock. 3 days before her death, the monitor revealed something impossible. There, on the screen, was her grandma's spirit. This was not just a trick of the light. She rested her head on her fist, smiling and calm. My grandma, once vibrant and full of life, now barely clinging to her own. The breast cancer had spread, taking its toll on her body. Let me back up. In 2016, her family was on high alert, watching her every move. They had a wireless baby monitor set up to keep track of her. Even as she faded, she still tried to tidy up or cook for them, but her spirit shone through those final days. From upstairs, her granddaughter and little sister witnessed the miraculous sight. They stood frozen, eyes glued to the monitor. Afraid to disturb a moment so sacred, they stared for hours. But here's the thing. The physical body on the bed looked empty, drained. The spirit on the monitor radiated warmth, life, and comfort. And a year later, while sharing this strange photo with her roommate, she noticed something else. Behind her grandma's spirit, unmistakably clear, was Uncle Brian. He had died years earlier, but there he was, captured in the same moment. But the story doesn't end there. Back in November 2015, another eerie event unfolded. Her grandma and she were discussing family, considering reaching out to Uncle Brian's daughters about her illness. As they spoke, a blinding flash lit the hallway. Her untouched phone had snapped a photo on its own. When they looked at it, their hearts raced. An image of Uncle Brian appeared on the ceiling. It was as if he was urging them to connect. Did they really witness the supernatural? Or could it be something else? One thing is clear, these moments brought comfort amid the chaos of life and death. What would you do? There's a woman under the bridge, and she's warning me. It starts with a chilling note. Do not give me money. A warning from a woman under the bridge. In Philadelphia, he takes this route to work every morning. He's a 6'2" security guy, tough enough to face the city alone, but not tonight. And then he sees her. She sits there, head down, a hood concealing her features. A sign beside her reads, "Please spare change for food." But there's something off. He blinks. She has no legs, just stumps above her knees. He stops, heart racing. She looks so young, mid-20s at best. Her face is dirty, hair unkempt. But why is she here? His instinct kicks in. He drops a few bills into her cup. She doesn't say a word, just lowers her head slightly. Days pass. He sees her again, same spot, same position. He hands her cash, and this time she looks up. Her eyes are wide, pleading, filled with panicked desperation. He asks, "You okay?" No answer. Her silence screams louder than words. Another day, he spots her again. This time, she hands him something, a small, worn piece of paper. He glances at it, but assumes it's a thank you note. Later, curiosity gets the better of him. He translates the message, "Do not give me money. Man is watching from other side. He see where you keep wallet. He make me do this." A chill runs down his spine. He didn't take that route home. He calls the police, but they barely react. Just another Tuesday. No urgency, no follow-up, but he knows he must act. Who is the man? What does he want? And more importantly, is the woman under the bridge truly safe? The mystery deepens, but he knows one thing for sure. He's not alone anymore. What would you do? He broke the bathroom rules. Big mistake. He arrives home, the clock strikes 10:11 p.m. The bathroom rules flash in his mind, the fear in the landlord's eyes still vivid. "Do not flush between 10 p.m. and 2:30 a.m., it read. But he needs a shower before work. It's just a simple process, right? Here's how it started. When he moved into the apartment, the owner handed him a list. Do not leave the tap running for more than 2 minutes between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. Her voice trembled slightly. Was it just his imagination? But the last rule chilled him. If you break any rules, perform the entire process with your eyes closed. Resist the urge to open them. Weeks pass. He works night shifts, avoiding the odd hours. Until tonight. He arrives late and hesitates. How hard could it be? He undresses, enters the shower, and closes his eyes. The water cascades over him, soothing his tired muscles. But then, he hears it. A scratching sound at the door cuts through the steam. Silence follows. The door creaks open. Panic grips him. "Just keep your eyes closed," he whispers to himself. Weak, ragged breaths invade the space. They scrape against his ears like nails on a chalkboard. He freezes, heart racing. What lurks behind that door? Is this what the landlord warned him about? He turns on the water again, fighting his instinct to flee. The only sounds now are the rush of water and his own terrified breath. But the scratching returns, more aggressive this time. And then, a whisper slips through the crack, chilling him to the bone. "Open your eyes." What happens next? Will he break the rules, or will he uncover the horrifying truth waiting for him? What would you do? She felt a tug at her shirt. It wasn't playful. In that moment, she knew something was wrong. A couple stood behind her in line at JFK, and the woman was tugging at her shirt. It felt intentional. And then, she turned around. Let me back up. Last year, after a long day in New York City, she and her fiancé faced a nightmarish security line. Delays from a snowstorm had packed the airport. Frustrated travelers jostled, but this was different. The tugging persisted. At first, she shrugged it off, thinking it was just a prank. But the urgency escalated. Her heart raced. Who was this woman? What was happening? When she finally mustered the courage to turn, she met the woman's terrified gaze. Fear clung to her like a shadow. The man next to her wore a menacing expression that made it clear. This was not a couple sharing a fun moment. The long wait felt agonizing. She glanced at the TSA agents up ahead. Should she alert them? Yes. This woman needed help. And when she finally did, she witnessed a shocking scene. The man had no ticket. The woman was about to escape. As they were separated, the woman shared a brief, desperate kiss with her captor. Confused, she quickly typed a message on her phone asking, "Are you okay?" The woman responded aloud, "I'm fine now." But it was a lie. Her skin was bruised, her eyes hollow. She had been controlled for 3 months. Panic bubbled inside her. What if he changed his mind? The woman whispered, "Be safe." Chills ran down her spine. Was this a warning? As they moved through security, she glanced back. Would the woman make it out? Would the man come after her? What if this was just the beginning? What would you do? He lost an entire day to a black screen. It all started with the app, and now he's terrified. He opened it 6 times. I promise this 7th will be my last. What was it about the black screen that kept pulling him back? Let's rewind. He downloads an app, curious but cautious. No way he'd share the name, it's too dangerous. The first time he opens it, he stares at his own reflection, disappointment washing over him. Just a black screen. He closes it. Time slips away. 20 minutes vanish. Days pass. One night in bed, boredom grips him. He opens the app again, and there it is, that mesmerizing blackness. He can't look away. Seconds stretch into minutes. When he finally blinks, 40 minutes have gone by. How did that happen? Confused, he falls into a restless sleep. The next day, bored in class, he reaches for his phone again. It's 10:40 a.m. He opens the app, blackness. Suddenly a voice. "Excuse me, are you in my class?" He looks up. This isn't his professor. The clock reads 1:20 p.m. Panic sets in. How did he lose that time? Embarrassed, he flees the room. That evening, something compels him back to the app. The allure of the unknown pulls him in. He clicks it open, sensing a strange warmth. But wait, the sun is shining brighter outside. He checks the clock. 3 hours earlier? Confusion deepens. He steps outside, grabs the mail. Spam. But the date? It's tomorrow. His heart races. How is this possible? 21 hours lost. He swore off the app then, but could he ever really escape it? What would you do?